Hey guys, what's up? Daniel here with darkgadgets.com. Today we're going to be taking a look at Google's 2013 Nexus 7. First off, in the box you're going to get the tablet itself, a micro USB cord, and the AC wall adapter along with some instruction manuals. When you first pick up the tablet, you'll notice that it's both thinner and lighter than the previous model. The tablet has a new clean grip on the back with Nexus and Asus logos, as well as a 5 megapixel camera. The grip makes the tablet easy to hold and feels great in the hand, definitely better than the previous generation. At the bottom we have a set of speaker grills and a micro USB charging port. On the side we have the volume rocker and sleep and wake button. Lastly, on the top we have another speaker grill and the headphone jack. Moving to the front, we have a gorgeous 1920 by 1200 1080p HD 7-inch display with 323 pixels per inch, which is certainly more than the previous generation Nexus 7 and Apple's current iPad mini. Inside the Nexus 7, we have a 1.5 GHz Qualcomm Snapdragon S4, 2 GB of RAM, an Adreno 320 GPU, NFC, dual band 802.11 ABGN Wi-Fi, and wireless charging support, as well as a 3950 mAh battery. All of the apps, games, and widgets that I ran on the tablet ran as smooth as butter and didn't give me any trouble. As far as battery life goes, it was actually quite good. It lasted me about a day and a half when picking it up occasionally to play a game and check my social networks, and about 4 hours when heavily streaming content from YouTube and Netflix. This tablet is one of the first devices to ship with Android 4.3 Jelly Bean. Unlike the previous generation model, you can now rotate the tablet to use it in landscape when you're in the home screen. There really aren't many visible changes in Android 4.3, most of them are just performance wise. We still have the dock at the bottom filled with Google apps, which you can customize. Google Now still works as it should, displaying you current weather, stocks, and nearby events, depending on what you want to put there. And there are some new things like reminders, but those aren't tablet specific. Those are for Android in general with the updates. And the same thing with the ability to say just Google, and then it'll initiate voice command when you're on the Google Now screen, which is pretty cool. As far as design goes, it's a good step up from the previous model. The previous model felt kind of tacky and cheap, while this one feels very sleek and has a very nice design to it. It just doesn't feel like your average Android tablet. My only complaint would have to be the bezels. The side ones aren't too bad, but the top and bottom are a bit too large for my taste. It just looks kind of off, and the not centered front camera just adds to it. It just makes me want a near bezel-less tablet just that much more. As mentioned before, there's two cameras on this tablet, one on the front and one on the back, both of which take pictures and record video. The video and pictures aren't very good. You can get sometimes a nice video and picture if you record under the right lighting conditions, maybe outside when there's a lot of sun, or inside with a lot of lighting, but most of the time it's just not going to take that clear of a picture or video. It's just there to be there in case you ever need it, like for a Skype video call or a Google Hangout. One of the things that I really disliked about the iPad mini was the display. It was just really disappointing. But this one is a complete opposite. The display is actually the main attraction of the tablet. With 323 pixels per inch, text looks sharp and clear. You can read small text perfectly without having to zoom in. Colors are also nicely reproduced by the tablet, which can really be seen when watching something like La Luna from Disney Pixar, and the sound is also great since it has various speakers. The biggest thing that sets aside this tablet from the iPad mini is of course the ecosystem. Google has been working hard to get more apps into the Play Store, and they've done a good job. Most of the apps now are developed for both iOS and Android, if not ported from iOS, and that's awesome. Just from time to time you'll download an app that's not specifically tailored for a tablet, and you'll pretty much just get the same mobile version enlarged, and it just doesn't take full advantage of the tablet, which isn't something that happens much in iOS. Today, for $229, you can get the Nexus 7. A tablet with stock Android, nice build quality, and an awesome screen. This pretty much makes it the best 7-inch Android tablet in the market at the moment. It's definitely a large improvement over the first generation Nexus 7, and definitely worth considering if you're in the market for a small, awesome, and affordable tablet.